Just a reminder of space. It's the difference between the employee's offered position and the individual's interest. In the case of credit union, they changed the title of the employees from member service officers to sales consultants, which gave them the feeling that their role has been changed from helping customers to a more instrumental role. Employees emphasized their attachment to their service roles, and this self-identification as service workers became more important as it allowed them to project an alternative identity to that promoted by management. They drew on a discourse of mutuality previously promoted by management and used to reinforce a preferred self. Even use of language became a liability. After 2 years of the new name of roles, they still called themselves as member service officers and not as sales consultants. By disidentifying with the new culture, they were refusing to become the kind of people the company wanted them to be. Also, women are more sensitive to changes and more sentimental. One of the employees mentioned that most rewarding aspect of the work was to have people happy, smile at you, and call you by your name. It helps knowing that they are satisfied. All the members who walk into the branch seem to be old friends of the employees working at their branch. It is not a surprise that the employees would have resistance in the new sales strategy and the title change. The use of spatial discourses of belonging and community gave this resistance a greater moral authority. To understand both the how and the why of the women's resistance, we need to appreciate that their resistance is more than observable acts and behaviors, and that it is a part of the ongoing work of the everyday identity construction that women were engaged in. The why of their resistance needs to be understood as part of the process of ongoing construction of their identities as mothers, friends, and members of a specific local community. However, the fact that women continued to resist the changes being introduced, despite the increasing managerial criticism, reduced earnings, and continuing negative health effects, it tells us much about the continuous process of identity construction that we all engage in, as we seek to find dignity and meaning through our work.
The Times perspective refers to the notion that experience is built from past and even future situations. The new sales strategy failed to recognize the deep connections their employees had with each other, as well as with members of the credit union, because they were a part of each other's life history. This resulted in them rejecting management's attempt to segment customers by continuing to provide them with the same level of service to all members, regardless of their net worth to the organization. Therefore, they refused to sell products even when this impacted negatively on their own remuneration. They resisted this threat by drawing on counter discourses of past, mutuality and member, but also from outside the workplace, community and belonging. These counter discourses gave their resistance a moral authority. The employees also highlighted they preferred flexible work hours in order to spend time with family. The new sales strategy conflicted with this, as working less hours would result in less sales. Women generally prefer trust and a sense of belonging and friendships as an essential part of their work life. The new sales strategy challenges gender-based identity as these aspects are given less importance. The resistance they had was aimed at protecting their friendships and a sense of belonging to the community. Thus, they displayed no desire to meet these sales objectives, as they see themselves as family as well as part of a community. The employees were privileging their relationships with each other as friends over the individual monetary benefits that the new strategy would have provided. Their friendships were forged through solidarity and a sisterhood that extended outside the workplace and into the private sphere. Thus, by understanding the context of the change and the environment in which Southern Coast branches operate in, the article helps to explain why the resistance occurred. Coast implemented a new sales strategy that focused on sales over service despite their non-profit status.
Created using Powtoon.